Hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Bryan.
Back with another episode of Buds and Suds.
Okay, so we're doing a little redo here, but this time we're going to put it, well, it's blind to both of us. We know what the beers are, we just don't know what order. And we're going to do the Grand Cru Cuvee, which is, of course, Evil Twin, 12.5%. It is maple bourbon and Marsala wine barrels, and of course, it's a blend of a stout and a barley wine. And then the Grand Cru, which we just recently reviewed, because we wanted to go ahead and review the Cuvee, and we wanted to see if it's better, worse, about the same, if we could tell the difference with the Marsala wine barrels or not.
And a little bit of the backstory is, if you remember the video we did with the Grand Cru here, we did a side-by-side game to them blind with Bourbon County. The reason being, because I had these, before that video with another friend, I had these two beers blind, not even knowing what they were, and I liked one of them substantially better. I think I gave one like a 4.33 and one a 4.75.
And thought it was the Grand Cru that you liked better.
I thought it was the Cuvee. No. I mean, but when I was doing it, I thought I was. Okay, yeah, I didn't know what they were. Correct. So when he poured them, he told me that the one I liked better was the Grand Cru. However, when we did that, the nose and everything, I was like, was that the one that I thought was the Cuvee? Anyway, a lot of confusion. I'm pretty sure my friend probably poured them right, but we just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, let's just be sure.
So I get to do this again, fun, and
now do it for the first time.
Yeah. So
our fans need to know which is better.
So outside's the same?
Outside, inside, yeah.
All right, let's do outside first.
Outside.
Yeah, nice, fudgy.
You know, it smells a lot like Bourbon County.
It does. And so I'm betting, if I'm not mistaken, we're going to like this one more, okay? I bet this is what I remember being the one that I really like. I haven't smelled this one yet, though. But I don't know, it's fudgy.
But I don't really get...
It's a little roast. I take my statement back. I need to smell this one first.
I was going to say, I get a little roast. I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I know when we put it up against Bourbon County and I was doing it completely blind, I had no idea.
Right.
I really thought that the one that we had, which was the Grand Cru, I mean, for sure, we knew that. Really thought that had kind of a wine barrel character, which, going back, it has to be the barley wine part.
Right.
But I don't get a lot of that. I don't get...
No, I get some of it, but it's hard to tell, is it wine barrel or is it barley wine, fig, raisin, fruitiness?
Dark fruit.
And it definitely has a nice... fudgy aroma to it. I didn't show you guys. It's kind of cola-ish. Well, it's kind of cola-ish. The head's dissipate, but you can kind of see brown around the edges. Let's get the inside now.
Yeah.
Very similar looking. Maybe a hint darker, I can't tell, but let's get the nose.
See, that's kind of a little bit of a musty nose to it to me.
So this one, I don't think smells quite as good. I don't know, man, they're close. I remember that day, it was just like obvious to me, but now.
Yeah, I don't know.
They smell a lot alike.
I think I like the smell of this one a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, they're hard to pick. They're hard to pick apart. If I had to guess, I'm gonna go with outside being Marsala.
Okay.
I don't know though. Let's get the flavor.
All right, let's go to the outside.
Cheers. Cheers. Up front, it tastes like just a nice roasty stout to me.
I would agree, but then I get a little bit of fruit. I just don't know if it's enough to say, well, it's only barley wine, not wine barrel.
Yeah.
But I get something that I would say is, the darker fruit, raisin, fig, that kind of thing.
It's funny. This is my first beer of the day. To me, the predominant flavor is a roasty stout, not overly bitter.
Completely agree.
It's balanced a little bit, but it really comes through the roasty stout. So I'm really looking forward to see how this changes, because like I said, when I did this, I had it after a buddy's homebrew IPA, and it was like I was drinking that fudgy, candy chocolate Bourbon County when I had one of them. So I'm very curious. Water.
Yeah.
I'm very curious if the inside. Anyway.
All right, you cleansed. Okay, here we go.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah, I like that one better.
I like that one better too.
So this is, it definitely doesn't have quite just the roasted malt base. It's definitely got more fudge, more like chocolate chewiness, a little more bourbon character.
I would agree. But then the question is, does it have more bourbon character because it's not a cuvee with Marsala wine barrels. But to me, this one has a little more of a fruity flavor.
Yeah.
I like it better. It tastes, to me, that tastes more like Bourbon County.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that's the Grand Cru, not the
I do too.
Cuvee.
I agree. I believe this one I prefer. It's not the 4.75 I gave it that night. It's kind of that 4.5 minus range. And this is in that kind of 4.2. It's just a little bit under it, but still in that 4.25, 4.5 range.
Yeah,
I'll just go 4.33 and 4.5 for so inside 4.5, outside 4.33. Both really good. The outside beer just tastes more like a roasted stout, and that's what I remember doing this blind. The one that he told me was the Cuvee, the one with the Marsala, didn't really get that red wine barrel character to it. It was good, but more of just kind of a base roasted stout, not overly bitter. Maybe that's the barrel cutting in.
Yeah, we have no idea what the percentage of barley wine versus stout is, and whether it's the same for each beer or not. I mean, it could be completely different base beers, but I agree. The outside one to me is
so now going back. Much more fudgy aroma. I mean, it's separating itself out as I'm getting used to these flavors. Like I said, the roasted malt's kind of settling in nicely too. This one is definitely, I know I give it a 4.7. I can see it in a given night, enjoying myself, getting out of 4.75. 4.5 tonight, I'm thinking it's Grand Cru. What's your ratings?
Okay. I'm going to give this one a 4.25, and I can't remember if I gave it a 4.33 or a 4.5. I'm probably closer to a 4.33. I'm at a 4.5. It's first beer of the night, not putting it up against Bourbon County. It's a solid beer.
Yeah.
I think I downgraded it because I was drinking Bourbon County next to it, and Bourbon County was,
it is. Above. If that's what it is.
If we're wrong, well, then we got to rethink the whole thing. Right. But let's find out.
So, based on what we told Bryan's wife to pour, we should see orange. We should see orange, not the color orange, but the word orange on this paper.
For correct? This one?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Orange.
Boom. Orange.
That's right. Buzz and Suds knows their beer.
It's just funny because drinking this solo, this beer solo, after an IPA without Bourbon County, boom. But then, and when I thought in my mind, like, that's kind of like Bourbon. And it is, it kind of is. But when you put it next to the real deal,
yeah, it's not quite there.
It's not quite there.
But to me, the important thing is, something that was aged in Marsala wine barrels, I kind of expected it to have more of a fruit note than the regular Grand Cru. But the Grand Cru, I don't know if it's the percentage of barley wine or if it's that the barley wine stands out, but it's got, to me, a lot more of those dark fruits that I like.
And again, going back after doing this, palate acclimating, this is getting better and better, and I think you do get hints of that fruit. Like I said when you watched the beginning of the video, I was like, this is a roasted stout. That's gone now. I mean, it's settled in nicely. It is a stout, but it definitely has some of that raisin, fig fruitiness that you get in barley wine. I mean, it'll pick that up that I wasn't just first sip of the night. But definitely, time and time again, I go back to this one. So it's definitely a quarter. I mean, half point or not half a point, but half of a quarter or up to a quarter point.
Yeah, a quarter for me. But I still definitely prefer the Grand Cru.
Yeah.
But this was fun. Yeah, I'm glad we got another one.
Yeah. Anything else?
No.
As always, guys, if you hear the beer you love the beer you have. Thanks.